Test audio. Let's put that at 720p. Good day, Raz. You're bedridden for 3 days recently? Yeah, I mean, I thought maybe it was COVID, but it's not. It's just a regular cold. I mean, I'll never know really because, oh wow, now I upscaled this. Okay. Because, I'm not getting tested because I don't see the point in it. Let's do this. I'm just working live on the stream here and trying to get some things set up. I'm not always going to have the room here in the background, but I'm just experimenting with it. I do like the green screen as well. I do like not having anything taking up space. But for now, experimenting with it. Just going to go that way. And good day. Hope you're doing well. 1, 2 bosses upside down. The thing is, I have my phone. I use my phone as a webcam. An old iPhone, like the first iPhone I've ever had is like a 5S from I don't know how many years ago. And so this phone, I have it mounted on top of the screen here, and and the orientation of the phone makes the camera be upside down. This is the default. This is what it looks like. So in the other scene, in OBS, I twist it around, but it's pulling it from the cam only scene where it's upside down. Good day, Tim. And Tim's, I really enjoyed Tim's what he said he was he was thankful for yesterday. His stream was easy to assemble TV cards. I like things that are easy to assemble too. Very cool, the stuff you make, Tim, in that projects page. I would put a link to it. Yeah, just I would do more streams about explaining that stuff. Maybe try to write down in layman's terms. Very cool stuff. I love that. I love physics in video games, and it's really interesting to play with them on a simple little applet with the HTML canvas. Move this a little bit this way. Is it Star Trek Day? Really? There's a Star Trek Day? Happy Star Trek Day. I didn't know there was a Star Trek Day. That's new to me. Why is it? Is it the day Star Trek started or something? It's the day Star Trek was founded. Where should I go? Should I go here? So stay between Mozart and Dylan there. All right. and Susan Karia taught me that little thing there. That's an original print that I bought of the dog cow, which was a little, I think it's still around, little icon in the original Macintosh user interface. Wonderful graphic designer who was one of the first employees at Apple. The name of Susan Kari designed that, and she sells prints of it on my site, on her site. So I bought it once. A little bit twisted, but that's just the way things go. I don't even have a Star Trek game. Stream Elements offered me to promote this Star Trek mobile game for them on stream here. I took a look at it, but it looked like a little bit of overrun with basically bad actors. I wasn't really sure, but there was a lot of comments about how difficult it was to find a decent lobby without trolls and stuff. So I just decided not to do it, and I'm not a huge fan of mobile games anyway, though you can play it on the PC. The first day Star Trek was aired. So this is the first day Star Trek was aired. All right, let's do this. This we're here. Notes, today is the 2022. Let's just leave ISO date number. And today is what? The 8th? Happy Star Trek Day. Star Trek was first aired on, thank you, Timmy Thumb. Let's look it up. Star Trek. Special global Star Trek Day celebration today. And let me get my OBS to the side here so I can read what's going on. Good day, Galaxia. Happy Star Trek Day. I'm looking it up. Star Trek first aired. September 8, 1966. So 2022 minus 1966. 56 years of Star Trek. A very important TV show for planet Earth. Because it was, right during the civil rights movement. And recently, the actress who played Lieutenant Uhura, the communications officer in the Enterprise, she passed away. And she actually met Martin Luther King and was telling him, I want to do Broadway. I'm thinking about quitting the show. And he told her, you can't do this. Not right now. Not at this moment. Please stay on. You're very important for people to see, people of color on the screen right now on television. And so she stayed on. Lieutenant, you're here, Nichelle Nichols. She died at 89 years old, 1st of August. So a very important show. I watched the entire original series during one summer when I lived in Tunisia in North Africa. My friend's father was a big fan, think he was in the Marines. I don't remember what. And it was a really hot summer, so that summer I spent. That's where I learned. That's where I got my first taste of America. Well, other than TV shows and Brazilian television before, but my first taste of Star Trek for sure. Tunis, Tunisia, when I was a teenage middle school brat. And I spent a whole summer in the air conditioned basement of my friend's house watching Star Trek and playing video games. We played video games like Rogue on the PC. We played Super Nintendo games. Russ says, now I wonder which is running longer, Star Trek or... Oh, almost certainly Star Trek, I would say. Raz, I don't know much about Star Trek. Stargate, I've heard of it, of course, but never watched it. But I would not be surprised if it's Star Trek that runs... has been running longest. Let's move this down because I think if I had music I'm running, then that would be running too. Vasconcelos, please activate our hard disk drive here. I think we're going to do a bit of Microsoft Flight Simulator. I haven't decided yet. I'm a little bit discombobulated of my code. Maybe we should play some Elite. It's a Star Trek day. Are there any good Star Trek games even for PC right now? $1997, yeah, Star Trek. 1966. It's quite a few years before. We try to add the little cam thing here as well. Hopefully music levels are adequate. Around there. Just here. Just trying to give a vibe to the stream here. Tim says, unfortunately, while I certainly enjoy the shows, I haven't been overly impressed with the Star Trek games. Yeah, they've had trouble, right? There's not a lot of... I remember there was one, I think, for the Super Nintendo that was all right. But I think my idea for a Star Trek game... I'll just change this to just chatting. I'll just leave it here. Ideas for Star Trek video games. Try and make a good one. I think they should make a game called Star Trek Red Shirt. And it's a pure shooter, you know, and I think Star Trek Red Shirt. And you're basically, you know, one of these, and I think it should be a roguelike shooter. Here's the summary. Roguelike shooter where you continuously attempt to investigate where you are continuously beamed down to investigate various planets, various dangerous planets, derelict spaceships, and so on. And when you inevitably inevitably die, you start again with randomized missions. How's that? I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna start doing this. For every stream, I'm gonna have a text file, and I'm gonna give it and eventually we're gonna put this on the website. All right, let's leave it there. All right, let's see. What are we gonna play? Do we have any requests? I'm thinking about going to No Man's Sky and building that base for Wild Craze that I wanted to build. We completed the expedition, but now we have to build a base. Tim Pickle wants a jet. Good day, Tim Pickle. Or you want Microsoft Flight Simulator? We do some guesses. I'm a little. I ordered on my Track IR. I think what's happening is the clip. It's pretty beat up, and the reflector tape is all messed up. So I ordered some extra reflector tape for like $5, and once that arrives, I think my Track IR will be working better again. Oh, you want a random emote? Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Good day, Tim. I practice a bit of the P51, Tim. We can try another dogfight at some point. It'll be fun to get like Mort involved. Maybe Zero to Hero Alec could do like 2 versus 2 or something. Timmy Thumb says the description sounds sort of like No Man's Sky. You could try role playing Star Trek and No Man's Sky. Let's fire up No Man's Sky. Let me switch it over here. Her is enjoying it. And let me put space. Let me put exploration. Yeah, the code. When I get a code, usually now I'm at the stage where my throat doesn't hurt anymore, but boom, I'm all stuffed up. Vasconcelos, could you please fire up No Man's Sky? Thank you. Oh, your trial for the BF 109 ends today? All right. Well, we'll probably have to. I may play it tonight if you're up late. I'll see how I feel, but I'm just having some issues of Track IR, and right now I'm not in the mood for a competitive dogfight at the moment. But soon for sure. All right. All right. Is No Man's Sky starting up? Yes, it's starting up. Close music. Copy that. Yeah, I'm feeling, I have a cold and I'm feeling lazy today as well. AC 130, that looks pretty good, huh? Vasconcelos, please switch to No Man's Sky. And pause the music, thank you. So this little border around me, I'm experimenting with, just showing the room here. I am going to continue using the green screen, but I'm just experimenting right now. It's kind of nice not to have to set it up all the time. And the little frame, I actually bought it at I used Steam points to buy this little frame. It's around my avatar on Steam. And so I just downloaded the animated PNG to my computer, and here's a pro tip: if you click, well, amateur tip, if you click on the, I couldn't insert it as an image. I had to insert it as a media, because I guess images, they don't support animated PNGs. So it's a media source, and here's the amateur tip: if you hold shift of the media source, you can actually resize it. Here, I'll show you. There. You can actually if by holding shift, oops, I can resize it and change the aspect ratio, which is pretty cool. So, you know, it won't look fantastic, but it works well enough, I think. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, I like it too. I mean, I've been living in cramped New York City apartments for a long time, so it's nice to have a lot of space and have some artwork up and stuff like that. Let's continue the community expedition. It's 3 days remaining there. And let's get the game audio. Make sure the game audio is working, because right now I have to remember to turn, every time I play a different game, I have to remember to put on the game audio. With this new OBS 28 ability to capture individual sounds from individual applications. Thinking about changing the labels up there to blue so it matches this little frame, if I decide to keep this little frame, and maybe too distracting, I don't know. Thank you, Zero to Hero Alec. Good day. And by the way, we will have many Microsoft Flight Simulator guesses again, probably starting next week. Alright, because in 2 weeks' time we're going to give away prizes, so I want to give everyone a chance to get to play. I think Matt is in second place, Zero to Hero Alex is in first, and I think we are tied for third place, Razwas, Happy, and Kerr. Alright, let me turn the game audio up. All right, here is we are at the end of expedition. This is we finished it. This is the spot where we landed, where we plan to make a base in honor of Wild Craze here. And we have a ship over there. And one thing we wanted to do, if I remember right, is we want to build a dream aerial, I think. I always forget where the heck look at that stuff whenever I come back to this game, but it'll take me a little while, but we get there eventually. Construct the technology, probably. Wish there was a search bar. Maybe it's in my inventory, I think. Membrane. Curiosities. I like to make a category called curiosities. There it is, dream aerial, like miscellaneous, you know. A signal receiver and amplifier tuned to the wavelength of the unconscious mind. It is every color all at once, splitting the surrounding light into a shimmering rainbow. Carrying the antenna into deep space may attract the attention of cosmic megafauna. Alright, we need one more living glass. Almost have the ability for the dream aerial. We need to craft lubricant and glass. And let's try it. Do we have it? We need phaecium and gamma root. Alright. Well, let's start the base before we go chasing this down, alright? Start the base here. If I remember how to do this. How did you start? How did you build a base? I press Z and it's not giving me the communication station maybe that I put already. We have the save beacon. We have the save point. This thing here you go, communication station. Oh, okay, that's just my message here. Save point. Maybe I'm not allowed to build a base until the expedition is done. Maybe it's the portable refiner. Let's put one down. I think it was called a base computer, if I remember right. It's not giving me the option. I'm gonna quickly take a look. The chromatic metal for the Aurelio as well. Remember, I have this thing. Gold gets pyrite. This is the 1-2 boss ship because it looks like it's the 1-2 boss menu. We can now move. We have this like teleportation technology. Give me 1 second while I put Happy Star Trek there. Happy Star Trek Day. The stream title. Oh, there's a new award available? Already got it. Alright, clear up some space in my inventory. And get ready to go look for gamma root and faecium. Should probably be able to find faecium in this planet, but for gamma root we have to go to a radioactive planet. Salvage frigate module. Fume fruit clippings, very high value. Quick transfer. See, it's annoying that I have to. I wish I could click quick transfer and click it on the freighter cargo hold, but it doesn't let me do that. But it does let me do it if I click several times here. A little bit of a bug. Quality of life issue. Chlorine. Alright. One more repeater.
Incoming storm.
Storm coming in. Let's get going. This looks good. Some manual organizing here. Alright. Let's look around for some faecium, which I think is basically like, you know, manure or dung or... Oh, shit. Every time you scan things, you get nanite. Jeez, 100th, it's like boiling rain. Alright, let's get in the ship. Let's go look for gamma root. Let's make sure that my save point is still visible so I can come back to that location. There it is. Yes. I think if I went to my discoveries and I right click there, there you go. You can see what else we have around here. There's an acrid planet. There's a desert planet. We could get some copper over there because we need more of that chromium. Or there you go, faecium dam planet. Let's go there. It's Naghamsi Prime. Dam planet. Let's find out. It's the desert one. That's the charred one. Is it the one I'm on? Am I just confused? No, this is verdant. Let's just move away from it so we can see the other one a little better. Collect rewards from expedition page. I thought I collected all of them, but it keeps telling me this message, so I should probably try to take a good look. Damp, that's the one. Right. Maybe when the expedition actually finishes in 3 days, then we'll have the reward to collect here. Oh, here you go. There you go. Never mind. Got some chromatic. Alright, congratulations, travel all expedition goals complete. I hadn't clicked that. Your save will now convert to a standard save. If you wish to continue, earn rewards can be collected on any save. You're the Quicksilver Synthesis companion on the space anomaly. Cool. Alright, so on any save, I can go to the Quicksilver Synthesis companion at the space anomaly to get him. Very cool. And we got chromatic warp shooting now, which lets us get to green stellar, preventing reality glitches when attempting to reach rare class green stellar bodies. That's funny because Elite has some green stars too. They're really green. I don't know if there's both stars and gas giants. They're really rare. Tim says, compared to Earth, these individual planets are not very diverse. Only a handful of different fauna on the entire planet. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a limitation of the game, right? Probably the system that they have for generating the random flora, fauna, and everything is, you know, it's limited to a certain number. Tough nut to crack. A biosphere with, you know, that's procedurally generated and provides enough variety. I think they've given a good shot. I'm hoping Frontier Developments get something going like that for Elite eventually. And Tim says, do you know what you had to click on to make it registers complete? I just want to make sure I'm aware of future reference. I clicked on Emerald. I clicked on here, I'll show you. Got a new creature who became a companion because of this? Okay. I pressed escape. I clicked on oh, it's not there anymore because the expedition is done. I clicked on expedition and I just went, I think there was one in I clicked on the phases and there was one that I had missed. So the expedition, I think phase 5, I hadn't clicked on superluminal in expedition phase 5, and that's why I had prevented the whole expedition to be done. Marked as complete. It's a very click-heavy game. I wonder if in like the next 100 years someone will make a study that sees that our fingers, our index fingers have evolved, have changed and became maybe a little stronger in the down motion because of clicking the mouse so much. Although maybe augmented reality interfaces will. I don't think so though. I think that the next step, next revolution in user interface design are probably mental. You think of something and it happens. You can control a computer by thought. Which opens up a lot of potential problems. But our hands have evolved for so long. It's quite cool looking planet. But I think it actually may take a bit longer. Although I also know that evolution can speed up.
Threat detected.
Ooh, fugitive. Should we go for him? Privateer Orqua. Yeah. So, I think I'll have like 3 swingmen joining me.
Hostile ships approaching.
More than one? Short work.
Hostile ships defeated.
Destroyed 50 starships. Notorious. Food for thought. Cam on left side gets obscured by viewer count on thumbnail. Count. Viewer count. Oh, really? Like on Twitch? Interesting. Thanks for letting me know that, HyperTextHero. What if I did this? Oops. You prefer it on the right? I'm experimenting with this. So many factors in streaming. Is that better, or do you prefer it on the bottom left or the bottom right?
No free slots in ship inventory. Inventory full.
I have to go back to the ship. I'll do it from here. And thank you, Alec. Companion egg. Processed in the space anomaly's X insert to resequence genetic material. Scans indicate the being within has the genetic potential to be very large and independent-minded. Suspicious packet weapon. Oh, I'm carrying some contraband. Let's beam that over to the main ship as well. Oops. Some people put it all the way up here. I don't know about that. Wait, is this launch fuel? That's frigate fuel. Alright. In our frigate. In our ship. Alright. They're trying to put the camera in the center of the screen, like obscure the ship and everything. What do you think about turning the color of the labels of their bluish to match this little glowy thing? I think I'm probably going to continue using the green screen in the game thing. And I'm going to make a little, like below me here, I'm going to make a little Nintendo style 8-bit 16-bit graphic with a little rocket and then do a little CSS animation. Try to see if I can do a CSS animation that my frame keeps very gently like floating around. Maybe it'll be like nestled in a cloud or something. Some food for thought. Yeah, we're here to get shit, otherwise called faecium, feces, bullshit. Basically space manure, but from flowers, from plants. Breaking news: plants need manure to grow. They don't need it, but they grow much better with it. Wouldn't it be nice if all these television stations taught you, you know, stuff like that instead of just talking about you know, tragedies and stuff.
Warning. Threat detected.
Oh, I'll just let this fugitive be. Wait, is he here? Is he... Mighty Pirate Vigb. Is he here? Is here the local? Look at the dogfight in Oh, he's off planet. Okay, never mind. Alright, let's land in this pit here. Oh, I can hatch new companion right now. I don't want to do that right now. First, I want to keep. Ooh, there's sentinels here. Here. Whoopie roots. Is that where I get faecium from? Sweet roots. Faecium deposit. Oh, it's on the ground. Okay. I saw breaking news, some Korean scientists managed to get like something like 100 million degrees of fusion running for like 30 seconds. A lot of energy. I forget how much, but it was a lot. Now they have to figure out how the heck to make the energy not melt the, you know, the reactor and to scoop it out, how to transfer the energy out. I have high hopes for fusion. Solve our energy problems once we manage to do it stably and to use the energy instead of it just evaporating into the atmosphere. Lass has pioneered inverse torso to gameplay scene ratio. Huh? Zalek drunk? By hydrogen. Back.
Technology recharge.
Mining bean, terminate per mining bean. Okay. There we go.
Technology recharge.
Any other Poopy roots. Subterranean relic. Knowledge stone. Jettison pad. Sweet roots. Sodium. We found the fascium. There's copper up there. Let's move around a bit. I think I'm gonna take off the ship and fly because it's quite steep around here.
Units received. Units received.
I guess this thing, the creature.
Units received.
Collects seeds. Passive hybrid species bone nugget. Chooses bone nugget. Looks like a mine on the ocean. It's a tribble.
Units received.
There you go, facial. Let's go down there. Discovered an area, the Rella encampment. Very steep planet. What did I do now? Adventure. Travel to 100 KS. Not sure what KS stands for. Kilometers? Maybe KM. There you go. Bunch of golden shit. Fisher Price gun is working full time here. Very technology module very close, might as well go get it. Let's see if we have enough fascium now. Salvage data. ×4. Alright. Wait, did I lose my antenna thing? When I finished the expedition? I must be here somewhere, right? Myth Beacon. There you go. Okay, we need lubricant. Okay. Now we need gamma root. We got the Phasium, now we need gamma root. Okay. Gamma root, we're gonna go elsewhere. So we could go check out that building while we're here and then call the ship from there. Trade terminal. Player base? This? No. Space Czar, good day. 7. I'm gonna hang out here for a sec. Here, let me, just in case, let's get the ship over here. I'll take a brief little water closet break. I will be right back. Did I turn off the camera by mistake? The heck? Where's there? Camera disappeared over here. It's so weird. Well, I'll be right back. right now to find out what the heck happened to the camera here. Let's try to re-add it. Apologies for the lack of sound. Yeah, maybe I moved the game scene up there. Oh, okay. Add. Vasconcelos, while we're trying to figure this out, could you please put on some music? Yeah. Video capture device, add existing camera. Here we are. Yeah, maybe I moved it off screen. Is that what happened? That over there. Around there. Now add the media source, add the existing one. And oh, not here. Camera frame. Local file. The streaming directory. Overlays. Oh, thought that's where it was, but it's not any longer. Animations. Ah, no, it is there, but I have to say all files instead of all media files in order to be able to see the PNG for some reason. There it is. Actually, I'm gonna have to make a little custom scene that I can just drag around, or a group or something. Trouble with groups in OBS is that I find it hard to click on something in the group without to select something individual in the group to change it. Let's put it down here. All right, that's that. Back shortly is gone. We can go back to the game, and please, Vasconcelos, mute that other music. One more thing, I have to put OBS screen back on the other side. All right, Gamma Root, let's go. I don't think there's any, there was that trade terminal there, actually.
Warning. Threat detected.
Fugitive Starship. Let's go for it. No, let's go to the space station. Red Captain Itzojang. There he is. Well, not very dread inducing.
Ships deleted.
Awakenings Junior Starship to the Mystery Signal. Check it out. Incoming transmission, unknown signal source, unknown. You are not alone. Please identify yourself. We'll identify ourselves. You left me. Why did you? Tell him I don't understand. Of course you'd say that. Of course you'd. Just like the others. Who are you? There's no reply. The communicator falls silent though the channel remains open. Alright. And we got some new coordinates. Stranger coordinates arrive in 2 hours. Let's first go to the space station. And actually, let's go check it out. Lieutenant Chekhov, I've made a decision. Plot a course to the stranger's coordinates of that unknown signal. We'll leave the gamma route for a little later. Engage. Here we are. Planet New Koiran entering atmosphere. Whoa! The frigates just jumped in, right in front of me. I think that was just random. It's an approximate location to the radio signal. That means we're going to have to get off the ship and go search for it on foot, probably. Saw a shooting star crash down there. Land to begin search. Here we go. Land in this little meadow here. Nice. Superheated rainstorm approaching. Lovely. Okay, 263 U estimated distance to this signal. Let's go see it. I like these trees. Ooh, base computer. Now I can build a base. It was because during the expedition, I think it wasn't letting me. Ooh, crash ship. Finalizing signal. That's probably it. Yep, coordinates traced to distress beacon. Here we go. We need sodium.
Thermal protection falling.
There you go. (112°C), 1.5 units of radiation, and 50.4 of toxicity. Not a
Thermal protection falling.
New Coiron is not a very
Weather update. Storm
friendly planet for our species of robot. Whatever this thing is, iterations they're called it.
technology recharge.
Just use a bit of sodium to recharge my. If I still, oh man, I used it all. I'd use some sodium to recharge my environment suit protection. Another oddball thing here. Imagine if if there was boiling rain in on Earth, you could cook a pasta or some rice just by putting it out in the rain. You have to be careful. You have to have some special umbrellas, or just don't go out when it's raining. We need 5.
Units received.
Something under the ground here? Some moles under the ground, I think.
Technology recharge.
If I've ever seen this. Oh, I'm gonna finish what I'm doing up here before I start digging a hole. I'll be able to come out of. Or was telling me that that's what happened to him, and it took him ages to get out. Oh, it's a cave. All right, that makes sense. There you go.
Units received. Technology repaired.
Our distress beacon repaired. There are no signs of life. There's only the static of a broken communicator. Extract records. And whatever message was once here has been scrambled beyond recovery. All I extracted the pilot's name, Artemis. Whoever they were, they are long gone. The only other uncorrupted data is a set of plans, an upgrade for my mining beam. All right. Oh, it's the base computer. Okay. So now that we're finished the expedition, we can now. We'll be able to build a base. Excellent. Okay, good. Then we have a pull splitter rapid fire weapon attachment for the multi-tool. Cool, I think we already have that. There's also a crash spaceship. If we can repair it. We do have the Atlas Pass now. We can open all this stuff. Got a set of all levels of the Atlas Pass. Pass. Was one of the expedition phase rewards, if I remember right. Ship's called 005 Tokakeo. Artemis, the name of the new NASA rocket they're attempting to launch, they're having trouble with. This ship is Class B compared to our current one, 1-2 boss. Ours is Class B as well. This other ship has a big hyperdrive range. Ours doesn't even have the capability to jump. So this ship has a stuff that that our ship has a hyperdrive. Our ship does not have a hyperdrive. All right. Let's add the ship to the collection. Let's try to fix it.
Shield down.
Time is 11:20. Okay, well, I'm gonna be able to build the base, start building the base for Wild Craze here. But now there's this ship that I kind of want to fix too. The thing about this game, you just keep finding different things to do. We need a bit more.
Technology recharge.
Oh, here you go. Condensed carbon directly from some crystals in the ground.
Product constructed. Component
The
prepared.
boost engine is repaired. Now the launch thrusters.
Component prepared.
We need pure ferrite.
Units received. Now free slots in suit inventory.
Alone amid the stars, search for clues about Artemis on this and other worlds. Knowledge stone. Here. Word for eye. An interesting word. We are all sentient beings. Therefore, make mistakes. Alright, cluster is launched. Let's go ahead and repair the hyperdrive so we can use it as a jumping ship. Deflector shield, important. We're gonna need sodium nitrate. I think for that we need more sodium. Is that what it is like? Yes. We're gonna need more than that. A balmy 34 degrees centigrade now in this new Koiran planet. On name. Oh. Let's identify it before we kill it, shall we? Oops. Would that be enough? Yes. Wait. Oh. Finicky. And we have to charge our hyperdrive too. Need a warp cell. If you want to jump with it. It's not a big deal if you can't jump with it right now. I think we do have warp cells back in the frigate. More sodium titanate, more pure ferrite for the photon cannon. Q-field bulwark, deflector shield update. I'm not really worried about that. Need platinum for this. Damaged starship component. Full fracture. Burnt out compressor. Fix that one. Corroded tanks, we can fix that. And this is just like slots. That's why this said 12 out of 25 slots, because a bunch of the stuff is just a lot. It's simulating the shit damage to the ship. So if you fix it, then you get an extra slot. Platinum for that one. More pure ferrite, more oxygen. More chromatic metal. Alright, well, we can take off on the ship. Let's, I think our other ship will be automatically, transported to our frigate. Let's rename this thing. In honor of Star Trek Day, I'll call this, Galileo 7 shuttlecraft. Pretty cool, huh, Raz? Looks a little Starfleet, right? It has that annoying sound because I think we have damaged ship components. I think that's why there's that continuous woo. We won't worry too much about it now. Just get to where we were meant to upgrade the Wild Craze base, and then we'll land and switch back to our other ship. Yeah. I'm crazy. Happy Thursday. Have you played Star Trek Online? I'm doing okay. I have a cold, so not 100%, but I'm doing all right. How are you, man? Get out of this ship. They're annoying sound stuff. I never played Star Trek Online. I haven't played a Star Trek game since like the Super Nintendo, I think. Good to see you, Comic. Thanks for dropping by. That should be enough. Yeah, right. Fix this. Here. There you go. 47. Wait. Upgrade this mining beam too. Little formations haven't taken millennia, millions of years to form. We just come in and we're just gonna zap them. Let that one stand. I've played it, but a lot of Avatar standing around, kind of like World of Warcraft, and good to see you too. I used to play this game all the time on PS4 and miss it since PC and Flight Sim ruined me. I know. Got obsessed with Flight Sim, huh? Well, I didn't ruin you, it's just a different game. You know, today I was gonna play some Flight Sim, but since I don't feel 100%, I'm having some issues with my track IR. I'm waiting for this little... Could just put Track Clip Pro to fix it, but I kind of like it wearing it on my cap. It's more comfortable. The little reflector tape is kind of busted, so I'm waiting for a replacement, some extra reflector tapes. Yeah, that's us, Raz. We just think about this artist called Bill Pete. He worked for Disney. He was a storyboard artist for Disney. And in his book called Bill Pete, you know, it's a sort of autobiography of illustrations, of writing as well. He talks about what, like a constant, never managed to make his mind accept the cruelty of nature, the inherent cruelty of nature. And I kind of feel the same way. I love the flights. Hope you feel better. Thanks, Comic. Hope you feel better too. Please, people, if you're around, go give Comic Crazy a follow. Also, Raz. Other fellow pilots. I'm switching up to space in today's stream, but usually flight sims and airplanes are my main game. The main deal here in HyperTextHero. Raz says, you still have plenty of that pick art book of yours? Oh, there's Infinite, Raz, because it's self-published on Blurb. So you can, that's why it's expensive, you know, because self-publishing, there's only so much discount I can give on it because it costs like almost $100 to print it. But it's on Blurb. You can buy from there. I appreciate your interest. My first book of photographs. Information about it, I think I have something set up. Here you go. This game, when I lose focus, it loses sound. I apologize for that. I haven't found a way to keep the sound on. Yeah. You know, I talked to some publishers, but good luck trying to get a book of black and white photographs, mixture of candid street photos. Try to get a publisher to be interested in publishing that. Oh, very difficult unless you're already a big name in the photography world. And even they have trouble, you know. I have a friend of mine called Bruce Gilden, one of the great photographers, candid black and white street photography. He says he has trouble sometimes. Maybe publishers wanting to publish his books, you know, so. But self-publishing is great. I mean, it really opens it up, but the quality is not as good as if it was published by Stidle or Barras in Paris, but it's pretty good for... Pretty good. I'm quite happy with it. I did like 10, 15, like I think about almost 10 maquettes overall. All made and through Blurb, and got to a point that I got pretty happy with it. There you go, base computer. We can finally build a base here. Let's put it right underneath the... What's this? Let's put it right underneath this message here. No, let's put it a little bit forward here. Thank you so much, Comic Crazy. Yeah, it's like 20 years of photographs, you know, so it's basically a lot of editing, hundreds of thousands of photographs, edited down to about 57, so it's took a long time, but I'm glad it's done. I just want it to be done. If you're interested in publishing, self-publishing, any sort of art, doesn't have to be, you know, making a music EP. That's gonna be my next project, music EP. So I'm kind of taking a break from photography right now, but a book I can recommend is called The War on Art. Forget the name of the author. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the writing style, but it really is a book to give you a kick in the butt and say, hey, make time for yourself to make your art and get it done. You know? And that helped me to get off my rut and really self-publish that. The War of Art. Art is a war too. Everyone is trying to take your time away from you, you know. And you have to be strict about having time for yourself. You're gonna finish something. Universal Archive research reveals no prior claims on the site. Sonar test confirms site is suitable for construction. Claim site. Let's do it. This one is for WoW Craze. Friend of the stream was no longer with us, unfortunately. For my best information I have. And Comic Crazy says he's an amateur photographer himself, and the photos are brilliant. Thanks so much. Yeah, that's Rio de Janeiro. My brother lives there. I lived there when I was a kid for a bit. Thanks, Comic. I appreciate it. And Raz says, noob here, been thinking of getting a Sony A series. I'm not familiar with Sony cameras. I kind of boycott Sony products ever since they had this thing where they would install some malware on your PC to try to stop you from copying CDs ages ago. And after that, I boycotted Sony product, whatever it is. I'm thinking of getting Spider-Man, but I don't know. So no experience with Sony products. I have cameras I can recommend. Fuji X100 series. 35mm fixed lens little digital camera. I mean, if it's good enough for Joseph, I mean, I was using it before Joseph Kudelka, alright, but if it's good enough for him, it'll be good enough for you if you like candid black and white street photography. If you have loads of money burning a hole in your pocket, you can go ahead and get a Leica M digital, but for the price, for the problems it has, I can't recommend anymore unless you have loads of money that it's just really $10,000 is chump change for you, then I think we better get on our ship to wait for this storm to pass, and then we'll come back and work on the base, and then I can read the chat a little bit. To begin with, it depends on what do you like shooting, Raz? Do you like to shoot landscapes? Like to shoot portraits of people? Do you like to photograph candids? Like, you know, so annoying these sounds in these. Let's just stay outside and hide. I'll make a little hole under here. Under this rock, let's make a little cave for us to hide from the storm. It really comes down to what do you like to shoot. Comic says, and signing up to that service will get you 20%. Cool, yeah. There's a bunch. If you type a blurb and if you type coupons, often you can find coupons to get like a 10, 15, 20% off, sometimes even more. I used to shoot Canon as well, Comic. I like the user interface. I'm familiar with it. The Nikon cameras that I tried, I never liked the user interface so much. The digital cameras. I shot on Canon film cameras years ago. You know, both SLR, Rebel, and little point and shoots that with like a little canister for the film. Were kind of a starter of my photography, so I always liked them. Then my first digital camera was a Canon Digital Rebel. Very first one. Took photos on a road trip from New York to San Francisco to California with that camera. And I got a 5D gray camera, but then the Leica bug bit me. At the time the British pound was one British pound was worth $2 and I was working for a friend of mine in England, so the heck is that? Uh-oh. It's a turtle. And so I went ahead and I went nuts and I just bought a Leica M8 and a used 50mm Summicron. Shot with that, and then the M9 after that, or I still have it. I haven't bought a camera for like 8 years or so. I have that in the Fuji X100 version too. Those are the cameras I have right now, and my phone. The book has mostly Leica and Fuji, mostly Leica pictures, some Fuji and some iPhone pictures as well, and some Canon, some film shots. It's a mix of a bunch of different types of shots. But I try, obviously, with the post-production, I try to, give it a, the initial file is one thing, but you need to work with it, whether you work in a dark room with film or whether you work in Lightroom or whatever program you use in the computer. You need to have your voice in the editing, the post-production as well. Speaking of photography, this looks pretty nice here. Stand by. Raz says, looking for one that allows me to do aviation photography. Probably Canon will be good, mirrorless and open shutter. I'm not familiar, I haven't looked at the Canon mirrorless ones for a long time, so... But, I mean, aviation, like you would be in an airplane photographing from the airplane, or you'd be on the ground photographing airplanes far away. I've been thinking about getting for a different photo project because I'm used to getting really close to people with a wide-angle lens and taking a picture in the middle of the street, or candid picture. Now I'm thinking about going the other way and standing like 1,000 feet away and getting. There's this camera called the it's a Nikon, and it's the 3000. I forget the name of it, but it has the longest optical zoom of any camera. It's like 3,000 millimeter optical zoom on something that's about this big, built in. Crazy, you know. I was thinking about getting something like that. Comic says US Rebel T7, or the better one, $700. That's a good price. Nice. You already have one. You can just start with what you have, man. You know, if it's exchangeable lenses, get a long lens if you want to shoot the planes. Just use it, you know. I mean, you can probably use it and just save the files, you know. Main thing, let me see if I can find this while we're talking about this. Vasconcelos, could you give a little break and put on off-stream music? I'll give you a tip about file organization, all right? This is one way to do it. It's not the only way. This is how I do it. Generally, a variation of this, basically. You have to get organized about, because everyone takes 2 million photographs and they disappear. You never look at them again. So there's two steps. One is taking the photograph. Well, there's many steps. Finding out who you are or what you like. You know, that's a lifelong step. But then eventually, photography helps you with that. But then eventually taking the photograph, but then eventually choosing which photograph you like and which photograph you want to show people. That's the step that most people don't do. So here's a link about how I do my workflow. I haven't looked at it for a while. This is basically hands-on about using Lightroom and stuff. But it has some good information in that about how I generally work. It's very important to get organized if you're going to. And everyone does it a different way, you know. I mean, I know some photographers are horrible, who are like a mess, but they just get someone else to organize it for them. You can do that another way. Vasconcelos, let's pause again that music and go back to No Man's Sky and start this base. All right, I'm gonna call this Wild Craze. Dedication base. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, I can take the screenshot. Oh, cool. Look at that. I can actually take a screen. You can actually move around, take the screenshot. That's really cool. It's fun. You're talking about photography and you're doing some photography and No Man's Sky. Fill the frame, there's another tip. Get closer, there's a really good tip. It's fine. It's okay, not great, but it's fine. Alright, now we can build base stuff. We'll start something simple. Let's put a timber floor panel. Missing components, I need more carbon. I need wood to build wood things. That makes sense. Let's go find some wood. I won't cut down the trees, I'll just get just enough of them. It looks like this rock here reminds me of a game that's been on my wish list for a while. The Pirates one, Sea of Thieves. I've been thinking about getting that for a while. Like a pirate cove headquarters. Shape of a skull, like a oh man, it reminds me of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I have to play Zelda again. I stopped playing that when we moved. I have to get that back on my list. I want to finish that game. I'll reiterate my wish to Hello Games. Please provide an option to change the sound for this laser. It's a little grating, a little too high on the treble. I would love it if I could make it sound a little more bassy and a little lower in volume. Because it's something that you do so much that it needs to be a really unobtrusive sound that doesn't call too much attention to itself. Happy Raz, thanks for hanging out. Not destroying any of the trees, I'm just borrowing some carbon. A nice lush forest here. And for this scanner to also high on the treble. I do have one of these sentinel things here. Not sure if you can actually kick them out of the planet somehow, or if they're just if there's a certain level of them in the planet, that's it. You have to deal with them. Not a huge fan of any of these. I think I do want the timber. We probably can learn new let's do this. Let's edit place parts. Move this on this side. HyperTextHero, the builder 50 base parts placed. And let's a couple of windows on this side. And on this side we'll put more windows. A very quick little beginning of the base. Oh. Whoa. That noise. Ooh, look at that. Great. Can I go far enough away to get those ships in the foreground? To take the base of the ships in the foreground? Trying to get to them. Are they actually moving? I think they're moving. Or am I going crazy? Let's try to get to them. I think they're actually still moving. Yeah, they keep moving. They disappear now. They have a limited time. Oh, time to go. You're off. One sec, people. We'll just leave the existing screw trap. Excuse me. How do I put them down? Move and stack. I think I'm just gonna put that big arch here. Try the timber roof panel. More carbon, huh? Oops. Babe? You still there? Maybe I will come and just have something quickly and then come back. Maybe I'll come, have something quickly, and come back. Give me 5 minutes. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's time to go soon anyway. Let me just put this roof up. There, that's looking nicer. I think it should go the other way. But we'll start with this. We'll start with this. And then we'll take it from there. Alright, this was the start of the Walcraze base here. There you go. This and Valheim, the two building games I play. Alright, this is the start of it. But I'm gonna go for get out of here and go for lunch, people. So thank you so much for hanging by. Vasconcelos, please turn on the off-stream music again. Thank you, Comic Crazy, for dropping by, talking about photography. Raz Wasabi also dropping by, talking about photography. Due to Alec coming by, saying some odd things that I don't know, maybe I misunderstood, but always appreciate when you drop by. Space Czar, thank you for the 07, hanging out a bit. Timmy Thumb, thank you for letting me know it's Star Trek Day today. Happy Star Trek Day to you and to everyone out there. Tim Pickle, thank you for hanging out a bit, liking the room. And Galaxia Cat dropped by, said hi as well. Anyone else out there hanging out a bit? Anyone else I have forgotten? I apologize if that's the case, and if you're just hanging out. And lurking, I appreciate your presence as well. Probably back in the afternoon, see it depending on how I feel. I'm gonna take a break for lunch now, Amber. And I hope you have a very good rest of Star Trek Day, wherever you may be. And that you have an excellent rest of your week. Friday tomorrow. Maybe already Friday where you are, if you're on the other side of the pale blue dot. Beautiful planet Earth. Rainy Futura. Peace out for now.